This part's really cool. It's really cool that the this animation for like what Kratos looks like is like identical to what the CG like art pieces looked like in the opening of the game. Uh-oh. There's nothing here. Weird. Who's bleeding out? Oh god.
Mother, what's happening outside? The people, the fires.
Shh. Stay close, Calliope.
Mother, I'm scared. Are they coming to get us?
Your father will protect us.
Burn this village! Burn it to the ground!
Daddy? Kratos! No!
Oh man.
No, Mother, no!
It wasn't his fault.
Wife, child, oh, they were left in spot.
I've wanted to hear that call for so long. Oh god, there's so much blood right there. Let's re-kill Ares. Oh, damn it. Damn it.
Kratos! Come, I can show you the way. Hurry! I can help Kratos!
Who's this? No, poor Pandora.
Kratos, in the darkness, the fires of hope will set us free.
We'll see if we can find that fire of hope then. Oh, I guess you are the fire of hope. Never mind. Sweet. Not as cool as the severed head, but it'll have to do. Let's keep going. Find our way out of this mind prison. What's that in the distance? It's our family again.
You can see the light. It is changing. It is time to lay your fears to rest. The light reveals the truth. The power of forgiveness comes from within. To be forgiven, you must find the power to forgive yourself.
Cool. Oh, that's sweet. It's okay. Except not.
This way!
I'm running as fast as I can. Oh god.
No, Kratos! Stop!
No!
Athena! No!
Oh, I can't even do anything. Wait, can I? No, I can't. Darn. Yeah, we've made quite a few mistakes in our past. Oh. Athena, are you okay? Let me just run back. Really creative camera work in this part, too.
Kratos, fear drove Zeus to kill his father Kronos. The same fear that brought the Great War. A fear that drove Zeus to kill you, his own son. Zeus uses fear to keep you in the dark, Confront your demons and lay them to rest.
I'll do my best. Kill number 6083. I feel like I've learned something. Don't need this anymore.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Now there is. Do you remember that day, Spartan?
I want to know you to hurt her.
Good luck with that little whore you call Pandora.
You cannot change your destiny, mortal.
I gave you everything.
Please, don't do it, Spartan.
That's what you came for. Let me be.
Die, Spartan.
Today you may defeat me, but in the end, Kratos, in the end, you'll betray only yourself.
You will pay for that.
Come, I can show you the way.
No thanks, I was getting lost very easily.
Kratos! Ah! Over here, Kratos! Hurry, Kratos! Kratos,
Swimming.
please.
Just keep swimming.
I need you to
Just keep swimming.
Listen to me, Kratos. Once you're a life, don't fail. Don't fail her like you failed your family.
It's all right, Kratos.
We're so close.
Kratos, you know this is the only way. As the fear in the gods rose, mine was replaced by hope.
Power to kill God.
Let's open her up again.
Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here. It is what we fight with when all else is lost.
I'm back! God of War's a first-person shooter now! Okay, true final boss! First-person punch-out Zeus! Just mash buttons and you'll be fine. It's more of a cinematic thing. Still want more, eh? I don't even fucking need these anymore. I'll beat you to death like a true man! man, Zeus is just taking this. Oh. Oh my god. We can't even freaking see what we're punching anymore. Oh my god, our vision is completely blocked now. And yeah, you might, it kind of looks like the game's frozen, but it hasn't. You can literally punch Zeus until the end of time if you want to vent your anger, but at this point, all we can do is stop punching him. We beat him into a puddle. Zeus is no more. Well, what now? What have we wrought?
You have done well, Kratos.
Have we? Really?
Freed from the bondage of Olympus and cleansed in chaos, mankind is now ready to hear my message.
Look around you, Athena. The world stands in ruin. What good is your message?
Go if you must. But first, I insist you give me the power from inside the box.
I don't
The
know.
box was empty.
That can't be true. I can see it in your eyes. You used my power to kill Zeus. You still have it as we speak. Don't you understand? When Zeus gathered all the evils and placed them in the box, I dreaded what would happen if it was opened again. And so, I summoned the most powerful weapon in the world, and I placed it in the box.
And what weapon was that?
I told you, it was empty. Pandora was sacrificed in vain. She died because of my need for vengeance.
You must be mistaken. You used my power to kill Zeus. I saw you do it. Unless... Of course. When you opened the box, you released the evils to the gods. Infected them. Changed them.
Really?
Zeus himself fell prey to the dark evils. This is why he became so enraged and obsessed with your death. He was consumed by the evil, fear. I thought the power I placed in the box was never released. All these years I assumed you drew from the evils inside to destroy Ares. But I was wrong.
Interesting.
The power you took from the box is mine. From it, you gained the strength that Zeus could never destroy. A strength great enough to overcome fear. Locked deep inside of you, Kratos, is hope.
Must be buried pretty far down.
It has remained buried, trapped by your guilt and the failures of your past. When you killed Zeus, you must have allowed something to awaken it. What was it, Kratos?
Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here. It is what we fight with when all else is lost.
What was it, Kratos?
All I remember is what I have lost.
That is why you should give me the power. I understand its true meaning and where it belongs. I trust you to do the right thing, Kratos.
You shouldn't.
You owe me this, Kratos.
I owe you nothing.
I made you a god. I sheltered you from the wrath of Olympus. I delivered you revenge on Zeus.
It is over, Athena.
You would dare strike me down? Again?
My vengeance ends now.
How could you?
Psych. Goodbye, cruel world.
You fool! What have you done? No!
And with us dies all hope. Or maybe we spread all hope, actually. Never mind. The opposite of what actually happened.
That was meant for me! They will not know what to do with it! You disappoint me, Spartan.
See you in Hades. Or who am I kidding? I'm going to a circle of Hades far, far deeper. And that's the end of God of War 3. And the trilogy right now, as it stands. Really cool ending. Like, it's cool that they went, I guess because it's the finale of the trilogy, the main, like, at least right now. I keep saying that, I'll get to that later. They made, like, the ending really long and, like, interesting, too. Like, it wasn't, because the endings of the previous games have just been really pretty much short. Like, you succeeded, or, well, we didn't succeed in God of War 2, but still, like, it's cool that they went, like, a big ending route with, the many forms of Zeus, and, the sort of, like, going inside your mind. Pretty cool. So yeah, that ends God of War 3, and, yeah, this is definitely my favorite of the series. I know that, like, character-wise, Kratos' character is pretty much gone at this point. Like, there's no redeeming qualities to him, and he pretty much just kills everyone because he can, except for Pandora. Like, the game tries to give him, like, a character towards the very end about caring for his family, and I think the ending does a decent job of, like, showing you, like, he's trying to forgive himself, and he does kill himself at the end. He's like, there's no coming back from this, like, I need to die. And yeah, so, are the credits already over? They just did a special thanks. Okay, good. But yeah, overall, just the novelty of finally, like, in this series, like, this is the major leagues. Like, you get to kill every single god on Mount Olympus. Like, Hades, Zeus, Poseidon. Like, you get to strike them all down. Like, gods that have been there helping you since the beginning of the series. And they all die at your hand. Also, just want to point out the voice talent in this game. They actually got a lot of, like, big-name actors. Like, special thanks to Elijah Wood, who I did not know was in this game. I wonder who he voiced. That's interesting. We have names like as I mentioned before, like Clancy Brown as Hades, Rip Torn as Hephaestus, Malcolm McDowell as Daedalus, who only gets like 3 lines, which is strange, but yeah, like they went all out with like like maybe not big name actors, but actors nonetheless, like for this game, which is interesting. But yeah, just from a spectacle perspective, and being the first HD God of War game, like this game was unbelievable. And like when this game came out, like this was one of the prettiest games ever released. This was like, I think 2010, I believe, is when this game came out. Just insane how pretty this game is and how cinematic it feels while still being a game. It's not like cinematic in the sense of like Heavy Rain or something, where like it's cinematic except you're basically watching a movie. Like it managed to, which is fine in its own way, but this game manages to be cinematic and also still a game at the same time, which is really cool. And something the series has done very well, and this game is the pinnacle of that as far as I'm concerned, as far as gameplay is concerned. I'd still say best story probably goes to God of War 2. Just the idea of going to kill the Sisters of Fate and then rewinding your own thread that's so freaking cool. But yeah, like there's not really anything new. It basically just takes what God of War 2 did and like expands on it a little bit, like by changing a little bit how the magic works while still leaving the core game intact. And yeah, like, I can't really sing its praises enough, to be honest. Like, I just really enjoy this game. And honestly, like, this game is probably a system seller. Like, I wouldn't even be, I don't even think I'd be stretching to say that. I would also say that God of War 2 is also a system seller, to be fair, for the PS2. Yeah, like, what else is there to say? The music is fantastic as usual. Like, it's kind of hard to compare the soundtracks, but but just comparing the 3 main themes from each game, this theme in God of War 3, the da 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 da, I freaking love that theme so much. It's like the perfect theme for like your end is nigh. Like, it's perfect, and I love how it plays every time you are about to kill one of the gods. That's a really cool touch. That it plays like, I like to imagine that's what the theme that Kratos hears in the back of his head. So yeah, it looks like the actual development credits ended a long time ago. It's just all the branches now of Sony. But hey, it's the other God of War games had like 3-minute credits, so I guess they're making up for that with longer ones in this. Yeah, fantastic game. Like, again, I don't think it's smart to go into this one for story, because there's not much there. There's still interesting story beats, but it's pretty much just a kill fest. That being said, I still would say that like God of War story as a whole, like, I don't really play these games for story, and like story in games is great. I love story in games, and like for some games, story is the most important thing. Like in what I mentioned, like in Heavy Rain, for instance, like that's like a movie cinematic style game, so obviously the story is vastly more important than the gameplay. But for this series, I feel like the gameplay is really where it counts, and the story has always been just background. And overall, the story is just more cool. Not the actual story they've written, but just being around all of the lore of the series. I think the lore is cooler, which might be confusing. Like, lore and story, they're the same thing. I disagree. I think lore is a different thing, and all the lore about the gods and like the mythology of it, I think is way cooler than the actual story of Kratos killing all of Kratos killing Ares and then killing Zeus and whatnot. I'm coming on a big tyrant, but I guess I have to, because the credits are very long. So yeah, I guess my thoughts on the series as a whole is like, very good. Like, well, obviously very good. I played all 3 of them. Getting into that, all 3 of them, I know that there are other games in the series. There's Chains of Olympus, Ghost of Sparta, and Ascension, which it's either Ascension and then Ghost of Sparta, or the other way around, and then it's God of War 1, Chains of Olympus, God of War 2, God of War 3. I think that's the official timeline. That being said, I have zero interest in actually doing Ghost of Sparta, Chains of Olympus, or Ascension. I have zero interest, and don't ever get your hopes up for actually seeing them on the channel. But it might not be the end of God of War on this channel, because I'll get to that in a little bit. We're not done yet. Not dead yet. To be continued. I love how they use the word defeating God of War 3. That's pretty funny. So sweet. Now we've unlocked all the goodies for New Game Plus, and their vengeance complete. Oh, that's great. And that's the end of the game. So yeah, not quite done yet, because as it shows at the very end, he's managed to crawl away, bleeding profusely, but he's actually still alive, and that has been confirmed very recently at E3 2016 with the announcement of the next God of War game, tentatively called God of War. I really freaking hope they don't call it God of War. I hope it at least gets a number or a subtitle or something. But and yeah, they have confirmed that it's actually like it's a canon entry. It's not a reboot or anything. It takes place after 3. And you might remember the demo that they showed him a much older Kratos with a beard and a son, and going hunting with his son, and it's a completely different gameplay style too. It looks more like a Last of Us type of game, or like Tomb Raider, kinda. So that's interesting, and we'll see where that takes us. Well, like, we'll see if I actually end up doing it. I mean, it might be awful, who knows, but odds are you're gonna see that game appear on this channel way in the future when it comes out in like 3 years. Don't expect any of the spin-offs though, like I mentioned before. Just, I don't really have any interest in doing those, especially after you can't top 3 as far as spectacle goes. So yeah. Yeah, with that, this has been Turner4590, and I will slay you guys next time.